So as a consulting organization, we're focused on the Office of Finance. So when we're talking about advisory, it's typically around how are we helping our clients to get to the start line for finance transformation. Now, what does that typically involve? Usually we like to take a step back and understand what's the bigger picture, potentially the business strategy, the strategy for finance, and then what the implications are for any planning that comes off the back of that. So often we're coming in to do an assessment of the current state of finance, looking at the dimensions of people, process, and technology, defining what that future state looks like, and then developing the roadmap on how to get there. The other side of advisory is during technology transformation, where we could be playing a number of roles, but essentially I like to headline it as how are we ensuring that any investment that you're putting into finance transformation, be that technology, people, or process related, how are you getting most value for money from it? So I think the biggest benefit to engaging any consulting organization with specialist finance advisory experience is often when a company wants to start on that finance transformation journey, they want to move as quickly as they possibly can do and ideally spend as little as possible. However, quite often I encounter clients that maybe haven't had the opportunity to take a step backwards and ensure that the design decisions and the plan they've got in place is actually strategically meeting their targets to potentially be more cost effective, scalable, and future-proofed. I'd say other benefits to follow that. I think a large part of what we do is helping to bring the wider business on the change journey as well. If it might be finance or one particular area within finance that's initiating change, bringing in a third-party independent voice to validate and build and propagate information across wider finance or indeed across other functions, I think is really beneficial. And I think the third major benefit is that a huge part of any service that we offer is all about ROI, and any money that's spent on advisory services helps to make cost savings further down the line. So certainly engaging the right advisory services at the right time should be cost effective in the long run. I don't think there are any new pitfalls to avoid, but I certainly think there are some considerations that are potentially more important than others, given the current economic environment, the headwinds that globally we're all facing. I think, for one, ensuring that any technology decision is future-proofed, it's scalable. It's not just the right solution for a particular entity or business use. It's something that when it's expanded to other areas of the business or other regions, it's a long-term cost-effective choice. I'd say further to that, I think one of the key detractors to success in large finance transformations that I've been involved in has been where the business hasn't been as engaged as perhaps finance and IT have been in the change. And because of that, there's been rejection of or friction in onboarding onto new technologies and new ways of working, which increases the amount of time that a program needs to be in place and the cost associated with it. And I'd say the last point to consider, and I think this is potentially counterintuitive in some ways, is we're going to see some businesses fail or not do as well as others. And I think where businesses do have the means to be able to invest in their finance function now, there's an opportunity to get a foot up against some of the competition.